everyone and welcome to our channel Homeopathy World. I am Dr. Samina and in today's video I am going to talk about the homeopathic syrups for fever. At the end of this video I am going to give you an honest review of the homeopathic syrups for fever that are available in the market and also the result and response that I received from my patients in my clinical practice. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Please remember to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification on our latest updates. And also don't forget to share our video with your friends and family if you found it useful. Now we all know that allopaths use syrups in their prescription, and especially if the prescription is for pediatric patients, unlike in homeopathy. I know without any doubt that your homeopathic medicines alone can cure the patient of fever, acute or chronic, irrespective of the nature of the fever. Only homeopathic medicines are enough. Without the use of patents, we can cure fever in any patient. But in some of the cases, there is a need to prescribe patents. And the importance of prescribing patents should be understood by the beginners and also the students who are just starting their clinical practice. This is the reason why I have started this series in which I am going to explain about the patents that are available in the market and the best patents I am going to put out in front of you so that you have a clear idea of what patents are useful in your clinical experience. So patents are basically the branded or company preparations that come in the form of tablets, drops, syrups, oils and ointments. Patents are usually used in acute conditions to enhance your prescription and to get immediate relief for the patient. Now talking about the patents for fever, there are various patents available like syrups, like drops, but in this particular video I am just going to talk about the fever syrups. Alright? There are many syrups and plenty of variety available in the market, but today I am going to talk about only 4 important fever syrups that I use in my clinical practice frequently. So I am going to talk about these 4 syrups because these are readily available in the market. These are from the best brands that are available, and also you get them everywhere from every pharmacy and online stores. You can order them so that your patients do not have to worry about searching these fever syrups. You get them everywhere. So these 4 are very good in their response and result in the fever cases, and also they give acute relief in the patient. So let me tell you the syrups that I use frequently in my clinical practice. I use these 4 syrups: Allen's fever syrup, Weasel's febrile syrup, Hapco's ferrocin syrup, and Baxon's fever aid syrup. So right now in this video I am not going to rank these syrups, or I am not going to review. I am going to review at the end of this video. But right now these are the 4 syrups that I use frequently in my clinical practice, and these 4 have given me quite amazing results in the fever cases. So let us now discuss the indications of the fever syrup. Now firstly, I told you these are indicated in the pediatric patients. So whenever you get a pediatric fever case, you should compulsorily prescribe fever syrup. Now let me tell you the reason why. First of all, when you have a pediatric case, the parents are really very anxious about the fever rising. So whenever there is a rise in temperature, the parents get very anxious and then they'll start calling you, or else they might shift to paracetamol syrups, and then your homeopathic medicine, whichever you are giving, will have no use over the paracetamol syrups. So I know that our medicines work in acute conditions also, but in case if the fever increases in midnight or early in the morning, they will have this syrup so that they can get this mental satisfaction and acute relief of fever for their child. So especially in patients who are pediatric, you should use fever syrups in your prescription. So it is mainly indicated when the body temperature rises above 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius with symptoms like sweating, shivering, headache, muscle ache, that is body ache, or loss of appetite, dehydration and general weakness. So in all these conditions, in all these symptoms, you can use fever syrups. The only contraindication or the condition where your syrup won't work, your fever syrup won't work, is in allergic conditions. So if the patient is allergic and that is why he is having fever, then the fever syrups won't work. Then you have to give another syrup which helps in allergic conditions. Okay, so these fever syrups are basically for plain fevers like intermittent, remittent fevers. So you have to give them this syrup for fevers alone without any allergy. Okay, so it's contraindicated in allergic conditions, or you may say that it won't help in the allergic conditions. Now let us see the composition of the fever syrup. Now I was talking about the 4 syrup, but the content is almost similar. So I'm going to talk about the general composition of the syrup. I'm not going to talk about the individual content of each syrup. The general composition of these syrups are: it will contain mother tinctures of aconite, belladonna, bryonia, gelsemium, cinchona, rustox, nux vomica, arsalb, coffea cruda, ferrum phos, all the fever medicines basically, and hence it is used as a fever syrup, and this will be in an alcohol or sweetener base. Now the only drawback that I found is that all these fever syrups are in sugar base. There is no sugar free fever syrup whatsoever in the market as far as I know. So if you know of any sugar free fever syrup that is available in homeopathy, then let me know in the comment section below so that I also get to know about it, because as far as I know, there is no sugar free fever syrup in homeopathy. But I actually believe there should be, because there are quite a lot of diabetic patients that we have, and when they have fever we have to prescribe some syrup, but it's not available, so we have to shift to the tablets or drops. So if a fever syrup is available with a sugar free base, that would be very good enough, so that you can use them in the diabetic patients also. Now let us move on to the mode of action of all these remedies. So let us see what is the action of these remedies in the fever. So aconite helps in fever with chill, thirst, restlessness always present, and there is high fever with dry burning heat. Gelsemium acts in high body temperature with prostration, stupor, thirstlessness, dullness, dizziness, drowsiness and trembling, heat with drowsiness, perspiration not profuse with dark red face and besotted appearance. Belladonna relieves internal coldness with external pungent burning steaming heat in fever, and there is no thirst with body heat, and there is sudden violent onset and red face with throbbing of the carotid. Bryonia alba relieves remittent fever. In intermittent fever, there is great thirst during chill and still greater heat in fever. Cinchona officinalis is indicated in intermittent or periodic fever, which returns every 7th or 14th day, but never at night. It is an anticipatory fever, and chill is preceded by palpitation, anxiety, hunger, soreness in liver and spleen, and great flatulence. High body temperature with headache. Rustox is indicated in dry, teasing cough before and during chill, and in intermittent fever, cough with taste of blood, blisters around mouth and on chin, great thirst with dry tongue, mouth and throat, thirst for cold water even though the person is chilly. Nux vomica is indicated in chilliness on being uncovered, but the patient does not want to get covered. Rigors with blueness of fingernails, great heat with whole body burning hot, yet the patient cannot move or uncover, which brings on chills. Arsalb is indicated in externally cold with internally burning sensation, and dyspnea with chill, sweat and great thirst. Coffea is another very good medicine for acute sense of sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch, wide awake condition where the patient is not sleeping or impossible to close the eyes for the patient, and physical excitement is there with mental exaltation. And ferrum phos, which is one of the excellent remedies for fever with chill and with thirst, heat with thirstlessness and sweat with strong ammoniacal odor, and pulse is full, soft, short, quick, and with a flowing pulse. Now let us talk about the dosage of this medicine. And for infants, that means children below 1 year of age, you should give half teaspoonful every 3 to 4 hourly and as per the severity of the fever. So if the fever is more, you have to give it more frequently, like 1 to 2 hourly, and if the fever is less, then you can give 3 to 4 hourly. For children above 1 year of age, you can give 1 teaspoonful 3 to 4 hourly or as per the fever severity, and in adults 2 teaspoonful 3 to 4 hourly or as prescribed by the physician. Now, if you are a patient who is watching this video, make sure you consult your homeopathic physician before taking any homeopathic medicine, because you are already on a homeopathic treatment, so it should not interfere with the medicines that you are already taking. Okay? And please don't self-prescribe. You should always consult a physician before taking this medicine. If you have any doubt or if you are unable to consult any physician, you can comment in the comment section below and I can prescribe the same for you. Now talking about my review of these 4 fever syrups. So I was talking about only these 4 fever syrups because I use these 4 frequently in my clinical practice, especially in pediatric patient. I use fever syrups a lot. And I have seen amazing results with these 4 syrups, and these 4 have almost given me equal amount of satisfaction in my patients and good response with my patients. But the most frequently used medicine according to me in my clinical practice is Bakson's Fever Aid syrup in pediatric practice. The next most used medicines for me in fever is Weasel's Febrile syrup and Hapco's Ferrocin syrup. I use these 2 medicines a lot in my patients with fever. And lastly, I use Allen's fever syrup. I use all these 4 medicines in my clinical practice, as I have told you before, and my clinical experience should not affect your prescription and it should not influence your prescription. This is my experience and this is how I am reviewing these products. I found good results with the Weasel's Febrile syrup and Hapco's Ferrocin syrup in adults, and in children I generally use Bakson's Fever Aid syrup. Allen's fever syrup is also very good, but I have seen that the patient has to repeat it a few times and then gets result, while Weasel's Febrile syrup and Hapco's Ferrocin syrup give acute relief to the patient, and that gives immediate relief to the patient. Again, if you are a beginner or if you're a student who is watching this video, this is my review and it is completely alright if you have your own point of view or if you have your own review regarding this syrup. Please let me know in the comment section below and I will be happy to accommodate those reviews also in my videos. And also comment in the comment section if you want any other videos or if you want similar videos, if you want any other type of videos that will be helpful in your clinical practice. So this is my way of giving you my reviews through my clinical experience. All the syrups that are available in the market are obviously very good. I haven't used them in my clinical practice. That does not mean that those are not good or those are not available. Yes, those are available. Those are also good. But I have found good results with these 4. So I am taking the names of these 4. If you have experienced any good results and good response of any other syrups in the market, you can mention in the comment section below and I will be happy to comply. I hope my videos are helpful and I hope it will give you some amount of confidence in your clinical practice if you're starting new. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the support that you're giving to my channel and have a great day.